trying to figure out which graph goes with this polar equation, so we could make ourselves a little table. Remember, r is the distance away from the origin, and theta is the angle that happens on, just like we normally draw our angles. So like an r of 1, 1 and a theta of 30 degrees is right here, because that's one circle away. That's one these go by 2, sorry, so that'd be halfway between 0 and 2. And then it would be right on the 30-degree line. So you can plug in a value for r. Let's try plugging in 5. So if I do that, divide both sides by -5, so we get -1 equals sine 2 theta. And never mind the 2 theta, just think about sine. When does sine equal -1? Sine is the y coordinates on the unit circle. So the y coordinates are -1 down here. So that's a 270-degree angle. So when this equals 270, but we need to divide both sides by 2 because of the 2 theta. And you could check that too with a calculator. If you plug in 1, negative, hit trig, second, sine, there's -90 degrees, which is the same thing as 270 degrees, right? -90 goes down here, 270, same place, coterminal. So 270 divided by 2, that's 135. Okay, so let's see. What we want to do is check each graph. Look where 135 is, halfway between 150 and 120, right? And then if we're 5 units away, so here's 2 units away according to this label. 5 units away would be out here. This graph definitely isn't going to touch that far out, right? So we can eliminate this graph. That's not going to be our graph because it doesn't contain the point that we just found by plugging in 5 in for r. So 135, 5 for r. This graph isn't going to contain that point because this line I just drew is actually a pretty good line for 135. 5, even though they don't label, they do have a 1 here. 5 would be somewhere way out here past this 1. 135. This goes by 2, 4, 5. This is possible, right? Between 4 and 6 is the number 5. So this is 5 units away from the origin, and it's at 135 degrees. Let's check this next one. Here's roughly where 5 would be at 135. This one is suspect, I'd say. I'm thinking it's not this one because that's a pretty good dot for where 5 for r and 135 for theta would be. And then this one, 135 degrees is right here. 5 for r. This does not contain our point. So it looks like this is our winner. You could check that by plugging in another value for r, see what it is for theta, make sure those points line up.